From discarded to disruptor, rewriting your life's script. Welcome to the BlackCEO Podcast, where we uncover stories of triumph, resilience, and unapologetic success. Today, we're diving deep into a narrative so powerful, so transformative, that it might just rewrite the script of your own life. We're honored to share insights from an extraordinary individual who has not only defied the odds, but has become a beacon of hope and inspiration for countless others. I recently had the privilege of interviewing Tina Clark Spears, a woman whose life story reads like a Hollywood script, except it's all real, raw, and remarkably inspiring. Tina isn't just a success story, she's a force of nature, a testament to the indomitable human spirit and living proof that your beginning doesn't dictate your ending. Tina Clark Spears isn't just making waves, she's creating tsunamis of change. As one of the most prominent Black women photographers nationwide, a published author, a successful entrepreneur with her own clothing line, and even a filmmaker, Tina is redefining what it means to overcome adversity. But her impact goes far beyond her impressive resume. Tina is actively reshaping narratives, breaking down barriers, and paving the way for others to follow in her footsteps. Her work doesn't just capture images or tell stories, it challenges perceptions, inspires action, and ignites hope in the hearts of those who've been told they can't. Now buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about resilience, success, and the power of the human spirit. Imagine, if you will, being discarded like yesterday's trash before you even took your first breath. That's not a metaphor, folks. That's how Tina Clark Spears entered this world, given up for adoption at birth, tossed into a system that often treats children like inconvenient statistics. But here's where it gets interesting. And by interesting, I mean the kind of interesting that makes you question everything you thought you knew about human potential. Tina didn't just survive this inauspicious start. She used it as rocket fuel to propel herself into a life of extraordinary achievement and impact. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, great, another rags to riches story, cue the violins. But hold on to your skepticism for just a moment, because Tina's story isn't just about overcoming adversity. It's about taking adversity, looking it dead in the eye and saying, is that all you've got? Let's break it down, shall we? Tina bounced from foster home to foster home in her earliest years. For most of us, that alone would be enough trauma to last a lifetime. But for Tina, it was just the opening act. She faced racism as a child, and we're not talking about the subtle, did that person just side-eye me? Kind of racism. We're talking about the brutal, in-your-face racism that most adults have only read about in history books or seen in movies. The kind that leaves scars not just on your skin, but on your soul. But wait, there's more. Because apparently, the universe decided to throw everything it had at Tina to see if she would break. Sexual abuse? Check. Domestic violence? Unfortunately, yes. Homelessness? You bet. At this point in the story, most of us would be forgiven for throwing in the towel, for saying, you know what? I've had enough. The world wins. But Tina Clark Spears isn't most of us. In fact, she's so far from most of us that she might as well be from another planet. A planet where adversity is just another word for opportunity. Because here's the kicker, the plot twist that no one saw coming. Tina took all of that pain, all of that trauma, all of those experiences that would have broken most people, and she alchemized them into pure gold. Today, at the age of 46, Tina stands as one of the most prominent Black women photographers nationwide. Let that sink in for a moment. In a field historically dominated by men, in an industry where people of color have often been underrepresented, Tina didn't just break through. She shattered the ceiling and used the shards to create stunning works of art. But Tina wasn't content with conquering just one field. Oh no, that would be far too simple for someone of her caliber. She's also a published author, sharing her story and wisdom with the world through the power of the written word. Her books aren't just publications. They're lifelines thrown to those who might be drowning in their own adversities. And because apparently sleep is for mere mortals, Tina also decided to become a successful entrepreneur with her own clothing line. Because why not add fashion mogul to your list of accomplishments when you're rewriting the rule book of what's possible? But wait, there's more. I know, it sounds like an infomercial for human achievement at this point, but I promise you, this is all real. Tina has also ventured into filmmaking, bringing her story to the screen in a way that can reach and touch even more lives. Now I can almost hear the cynics among you. Sure, you're thinking, she got lucky. She must have had some breaks along the way. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Tina did get some breaks. She broke through barriers. She broke down stereotypes. She broke the mold of what society tells us is possible for someone who starts life with the deck stacked against them. But here's the thing that sets Tina apart. The secret sauce of her success, if you will. She doesn't see her achievements as the end goal. For Tina, success isn't about personal accolades or material wealth. It's about impact. It's about using her platform to lift others up, to show them what's possible even when the odds seem insurmountable. After releasing her autobiography in 2008, Tina received an avalanche of letters from women all over the world. These weren't your run-of-the-mill fan letters filled with praise and adoration. No, these were raw, vulnerable confessions from women who had suffered sexual abuse at the hands of family members or family friends. Women who had been silent, who had been carrying the weight of their trauma alone, found in Tina's words the courage to break their silence, to tell their own stories. This right here is the true power of sharing our experiences. It creates a ripple effect of healing and empowerment that can change lives, change communities, and ultimately change the world. Tina firmly believes, and her life is testament to this belief, that everything she's been through served a dual purpose. First, it gave her strength, forging her into the resilient, unstoppable force she is today. But more importantly, it equipped her to turn around and inspire the next person going through similar struggles. Her pain became purposeful. Her trials transformed into testimony. Now, I want you to picture Tina. She stands at just 4'11" inches. That's right. She's what some might call vertically challenged. But when she's on stage sharing her story, advocating for change, she's a giant. Why? Because she believes wholeheartedly in the words she speaks. Her physical presence may be small, but the weight of her experiences, the power of her resilience, and the strength of her message make her larger than life. This is a woman who understands the importance and weight of words. As a writer, she knows that language has the power to heal, to inspire, to change lives. And she wields that power with precision and purpose, using her voice to uplift and empower others. So, what can we learn from Tina Clark Spears? What lessons can we take away from her extraordinary journey? First and foremost, we learn that our circumstances do not define us. Tina's life is living proof that no matter where you start, no matter what hardships you face, you have the power to write your own story. Your past may shape you, but it doesn't have to limit you. Secondly, we learn the importance of resilience. Tina's life has been a series of challenges that would have broken many people. But she didn't just survive, she thrived. She took each obstacle as a challenge to overcome, each setback as an opportunity to come back stronger. Third, we learn about the power of using our experiences to help others. Tina didn't achieve success and then pull up the ladder behind her. Instead, she's constantly reaching back, using her story to inspire and empower others. She shows us that our trials can become our testimony, our pain can become our purpose. Fourth, we learn about the importance of diversifying our talents and never limiting ourselves. Tina isn't just a photographer or just an author or just an entrepreneur. She's all of these things and more. She shows us that we don't have to confine ourselves to one path or one identity. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, we learn about the power of belief. Tina believes in herself, in her message, in her ability to make a difference. And that belief is contagious. It empowers others to believe in themselves too. Now, I want you to take a moment and really let Tina's story sink in. Think about the obstacles in your own life, the circumstances that you've allowed to limit you, the excuses you've made for not pursuing your dreams or living up to your full potential. What if, just what if, you approach these challenges with Tina's mindset? What if you refuse to let your circumstances define you? What if you viewed each setback as an opportunity for a comeback? What if you used your struggles not as excuses, but as fuel for your success and as tools to help others? Tina's life shows us that it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter what hardships you face along the way. What matters is your resilience, your determination, and your willingness to keep pushing forward, to keep believing in yourself, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Remember Tina's words. It doesn't matter what it looks like when the Creator is in control. He will give your enemy a front row seat to all of your blessings. This isn't just about religious faith. It's about having faith in yourself, in your ability to overcome, in your capacity to turn your life around no matter where you start. Tina started her life being tossed away like garbage. Today, she's a successful entrepreneur, artist, author, and inspiration to countless people around the world. And at 46, she believes her journey is far from over. There are more heights to reach, more lives to touch, more change to affect in the world. So I ask you, what's your excuse? What's holding you back from pursuing your dreams, from living up to your full potential? Whatever it is, I challenge you to confront it head on, to view it not as a limitation, but as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Your story might not be exactly like Tina's. Your challenges might be different, your goals unique to you, but the principles that guided Tina to success can guide you too. Resilience, determination, the refusal to be defined by your circumstances, the willingness to use your experiences to help others, the courage to believe in yourself even when no one else does. As we come to the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a challenge, a call to action that I hope will resonate in your bones and light a fire in your soul. First, I want you to take a hard look at the story you've been telling yourself, the narrative you've constructed about who you are, what you're capable of, and what limitations you face. Now, I want you to question every single word of it, challenge every assumption, interrogate every belief that's holding you back. Are you defining yourself by your past failures, by the expectations others have placed on you, by the circumstances of your birth or the challenges you faced? If so, it's time to rewrite that script. It's time to take a page out of Tina Clark Spears' book and decide that your history is not your destiny. Secondly, I want you to commit to taking one bold, audacious action in the next 24 hours. Something that scares you, something that pushes you out of your comfort zone, something that the old you would have said was impossible. Maybe it's applying for that job you think you're not qualified for. Maybe it's finally starting that business you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's reaching out to someone you admire for mentorship. Whatever it is, do it, and do it now. Third, I want you to find someone who needs to hear your story, someone who's facing challenges similar to what you've overcome. Share your experiences with them. Be vulnerable. Be real. Show them that if you can make it through, so can they. Remember, your struggles aren't just for you. They're preparation for how you can help someone else. Fourth, I challenge you to set a goal so big it scares you. Something that seems impossible right now. Write it down. Tell someone about it. And then start taking steps toward it every single day. Remember, Tina didn't become a renowned photographer, author, entrepreneur, and filmmaker overnight. She took consistent, persistent action toward her dreams. Finally, I want you to make a commitment to yourself, a promise that from this day forward, you will never again let anyone or anything define you or your outcome. Not your past, not your circumstances, not other people's opinions or expectations. You and you alone get to write the story of your life. Remember, you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the author of your story, the architect of your destiny, the creator of your future. And just like Tina Clark Spears, you have within you the power to transform your life from discarded to disruptor. So go forth, write your story, overcome your obstacles, achieve your dreams, and then reach back and help others do the same, because that ultimately is the greatest success of all. Your life is waiting. Your impact is needed. Your story is ready to be written. The question is, are you ready to pick up the pen? Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. Until next time, keep believing, keep striving, and keep rising. Your best chapter is yet to be written, and the world is waiting to read it.